One of the most common questions we get at the museum is, where did Chesterton get its name? The answer is simple. It is likely based on the name of the township, Westchester. But there is more to the story. Before Americans settled the area, the United States signed a treaty with the Native Americans and claimed this land. In that treaty, the U.S. allotted what is present-day downtown Chesterton to a Potawatomi woman named Mawmanass. Shortly after the treaty, Mawmanass died, and control of the land went to her father, Pierre Moran. When American settlers arrived, they called this area Coffee Creek. Jesse Morgan and his family were among the first to settle here. Morgan established his homestead east of the creek along the national road between Detroit and Chicago. In 1835, he became postmaster for the new Coffee Creek post office. Along with the Morgans, the William Thomas family also settled in Coffee Creek. They settled west of the creek and purchased the southern half of Section 36, including what is now downtown Chesterton, from Pierre Moran. The Thomases established an inn and a mill, as well as their homes. Soon, more settlers arrived in Coffee Creek, and in the 1840s, railroad companies began making plans to build lines through northwest Indiana. For new American towns in the 1800s, the arrival of a railroad line could help ensure the town's success. William Thomas II, who married Anne Morgan, daughter of Jesse Morgan, made a deal with the Michigan Southern and Northern Indiana Railroad to bring a railroad line through Coffee Creek in exchange for land to use as a woodlot. William Thomas II likely considered the railroad's arrival as a boost for bringing new business and residents to town. He platted the town of Calumet in 1852, laying out plans for roads and lots. A plank road connecting Valpo to Calumet and Michigan City ran along Coffee Creek and made Calumet a central stopping point for travelers as well as farmers and businessmen hoping to access the railroads. Soon, merchants opened shops, hotels offered rooms for railroad workers, and mills and railroads offered work. Calumet became a thriving town, but there was one problem. There was another town called Calumet along the same railroad line. This caused confusion for freight service and resulted in the town changing its name. By 1869, locals called this area Chesterton. That year, Chesterton incorporated as a town. Unfortunately, the town lines were too restricted and limited the tax base that would support town services. The incorporation failed, but a second attempt in 1899 successfully incorporated the town of Chesterton. Throughout the late 1800s and early 1900s, many new businesses and industries opened. Textile and china factories, brickyards, manufacturing, general stores, movie theaters, and more kept the town's economic wheels turning and attracted new residents for work. And the railroad line was responsible for much of the success that these businesses and industries experienced. Although the railroad industry isn't as vital to Chesterton's economy anymore, it continues to be a part of daily life here as dozens of trains come through town each day. The trains may be considered noisy and inconvenient today, but those railroad tracks are the reason Chesterton was able to survive and thrive in its early years.